Episode 101 of the Blathering. Oh, that's like my third favorite freeway in LA. My favorite freeway is the 118. The second freeway is parts of the 210. Third, the 101, because it's a get out of town freeway. And then maybe the 170, then the 5, then the 405, then maybe the 110, then maybe the 105, maybe the 705. And maybe the 56. Is that a freeway or a highway? I don't know, everybody. Hi, welcome to the show. This is a special Wednesday edition. Laserbolt Videos is here, 8984M. Brendan Marr is here. And Kingsport Cal comes in with a bang, like he always does. His cutoff shirt tonight. Yeah, get those guns. Let me tell you something. It's 95 in my studio, and it's getting hotter. It's getting hot in here. Cal, take off all your clothes. And I am excited to get through this show. I'm happy to be hanging out with you. Let's be clear. Calm down. But I'm happy to go get into the gym because tomorrow morning I leave for San Diego Comic-Con. Well, really, I don't leave for Comic-Con. I leave for a comedy show with Mark Ellis and his friends, of which I still am one. And we're going to be at the American Comedy Company tomorrow night, 8 p.m. I don't know when the Deadpool Wolverine screening is, either at that time or midnight. I'm sure you got to wait in line. You're not getting into it. Come see a comedy show. Tickets selling fast, low ticket warning. We got a great lineup. Kyle Lewis, Malcolm Barrett, Joe Starr, hosted by Nick Scarpino of Kind of Funny. It's going to be a blast. Mark Ellis headlining that show as well. But anyways, all that to say, I decided to have a little truth in broadcasting here tonight, a little truth in advertising Kingsport Cal, because I was like, let's do it. I'm hot. I'm not. I mean, you probably might think I'm attractive, but I'm not saying I'm hot. I'm just saying I'm hot. And this is a show that's going to wrap. We're wrapping tonight at 5:55. So if you want to call in, become a channel member or a Patreon supporter. And you get the link, take your audio here, and you call on into the show. We do like to begin now with the Three Things, which is an old podcast I used to do. Now it's an intro to the show while I wait for a bunch of people to sign on into the show. Three things on my mind, and I got to be honest, that number three, it's not really even a ranking. It's just, what comes to mind first. It has been a very positive week in terms of the political world. I was a person who was on the, hey, let's keep Biden in office. Let's push that administration over the finish line. I have to own that. I have to stand by that. I still think there's some reasons to say that could have been and should have been the course. But I also got to stand when I am corrected and stand up and say, yeah, look, there's some unity behind the decision to put Kamala Harris into the number one seat and run her against Trump and her eventual VP pick against J.D. Vance. And we're going to talk about Vance. And it has been it's been heartening. It's been heartwarming. You know what I mean? It's been heartwarming to kind of see that kind of happen. Though on the flip side, I'm still monitoring a situation that a lot of us have, I think, paid attention to, but not the way you'd think. But there is the fatal shooting of Sonia Massey by a police officer. I watched the footage. It is horrific. I've watched a lot of footage of my life as a public safety director, studied active shooters and all those kind of things. So I'm so that I'm not, I don't want to say the words, I'm not afraid to watch videos like that, but sometimes I feel like I want to watch it. I want to watch the horrendous horror that can be incidents like this. And it's mind-blowing. And more telling, the body cam footage of the officer who fired the shots, who's since been arrested and will go down for this, thank God. I mean, I hope. You never know with the court system sometimes, claiming that she was going to throw a boiling pot of water on it, which is possible and realistic and could be something that's going to happen. But boiling water versus a gun, you could see the on the body cam footage. You could see the looks on the faces of the other officers as he walked out of that building. It's telling. They all know this is not appropriate response. And so that's the first thing on my mind. You got these great joys. You got Kamala Harris in a spotlight, the first the first, what I'd say, primary candidate to run for office of president as a black woman. Not the first. There's been others, but that was always fourth or fifth parties. This is one of the top 2 tickets at this level. So it's been this, it's been that. It's been kind of an interesting week on that mind. So. So that's part of the things on my mind. And the number 2 thing on my mind, tonight's sponsor is Diet Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew. This JD Vance clip is one of my favorite things ever. Number 1 is JD Vance. Oh, God, that's horrible. God, that's just horrendous. I haven't had one in a while. And I was a Mountain Dew guy. There was a large, long, robust portion of my life in which I downed Mountain Dew a lot. It was my coffee back in the day before I even had coffee. I don't need coffee. I got Mountain Dew. Piss water doesn't even begin. I don't even know. Whew. Anyways, sharing my screen here on this. I'm fascinated with this because I don't know if Trump can replace him. And I don't want him to, because this isn't a win. This is Palin level bungling, I think, and maybe I hope. We got to be honest about that. We don't, anything can happen. I don't trust the world to go the way we think. And that's the thing about the Harris stuff. There's some great unity, some great funding and fundraising going on. We do not want to Leon let this, for you football fans who knows what that means. Get in the end zone. Act like you've been there. Hand the ball to the ref. We do not want to Leon let this. All right. But here's Vance. And I don't care if I even get dinged for playing audio.
To believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too. But
I hope you can. I just realized you might not be able to hear this. Can you guys hear this? I have my sound blocked, so maybe that might help.
I love you guys.
It's the best. I'll catch up to you. Yeah. I forgot. I actually blocked some of the sound. Yeah, you can hear it. Okay, thank you, Scotty. I changed some settings, but you guys could hear that. I'm fascinated with the clip. That is every open micer of my comic career. And by the way, open micers can sometimes be a derogatory term for comics. Do not be ashamed if you're starting out comedy and you're going to go hit an open mic. I've done an open mic. You can get stuck in it. I'll say they're not as productive for your career as you'd think, and you can get stuck in it, but it is about connections. It is about stage time. So I want to be clear about that. But there is a type, 8984 says, yeah, I can hear it, unfortunately. Yeah. And we got some people checking in on Twitch as well. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube, and we're live with these guns, and we're live on Twitch. I'm fascinated because, that's a Jeb Bush level please clap, but I think worse, because it just shows this is a culture war type of thing. And I'm trying to even just break down what he thought was happening in that joke. And he's bombing because
believe,
anyone,
well, they say it's racist to do anything.
Oh, right. Am I right?
I had a Diet Mountain Dew, yeah.
Yeah, see, am I right? That's what he's doing. They say it's racist to do anything. Now, I get the setup of the joke, right? Because there's a lot of things in this world where you kind of put some things out there and there's some truths about it. Like the building of the freeway system in America definitely stretch was needed on some levels, something that I think we're thankful for. But on many levels, it stretched into the world of racism and classism and was kind of an economic battle. The rich people build into the poor lands, a trope that's been played over a few times. But when you hear that initially, the freeways are racist. You can have this J.D. Vance reaction. That's where the culture war kind of stops. Because even the first time I heard that, not knowing the full history, just knowing that, Eisenhower built some freeways. We needed the freeways. How else am I going to get to Kansas from California? You hear it and you go, wait, time out. What do you mean the freeways are racist? Calm down here. Then you look in the history. You look into the building of Dodger Stadium and Chavez Ravine and all that kind of stuff. You see where that statement comes from, and you see the truth of that statement. It might not be the entire 100% all-encompassing truth of the statement or the entire story, but it comes from a very real point. So J.D. Vance is trying to play on that. That's the joke here. He's not even speaking to power. He's just speaking to his fan base, right? And he thinks he's got the great setup. They'll say anything's racist.
Yesterday, and one today.
And he goes to a Diet Mountain Dew.
To believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything.
God,
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday.
Diet Mountain Dew, right? Right? Am I right, kids?
And one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but.
Right. No. No one is, because no one understands what the fuck you're talking about, JD Vance. Not even your own audience.
Good.
And this is how you know he bombs. Right there.
I love you guys.
That is what comics do when they're bombing. I did it recently on my headlining gig. There was a point where I kind of bombed. And you just kind of go, hey, and you call, I love you, audience. Where are you? That's a bomb. That is bomb. Scotty says, it reminds me of my awful jokes about middle-aged school students make. Yes. Yes. Anyways, so in honor of that, I'm having one of the worst drinks I've ever had. The piss water that is Mountain Dew. That's number 2 on my mind. Number 1 on my mind is Getaway Day. I am heading to Comic-Con tomorrow. Like I said, I'll probably end up at the con. But for the most part, I'm going down for this comedy show. And if you're listening on an audio podcast, you're probably getting this later tonight. And you should get in your car and drive down. I can't wait. Getaway Day is one of my favorite things. The night before you're leaving, and I'm only leaving for like a day and a half. I'll be back Friday. I got a show Saturday at Burbank at Flappers. Mark Ellis and I are gearing up to head to Little Rock, Arkansas for a series of shows. They've got like 5 or 6 shows in Little Rock, Arkansas. A lot of Sonic on my way. But I love Getaway Day. I love deciding what is going to be the snacks with an S, the snacks I get at a gas station or a 7-Eleven before I hit the freeway, 5 South, hit the 5 South, and run into traffic, and then you're going to sit there for a bit. It's going to be like a 3 hour, 40-minute drive. It should be 90 minutes. And I'm excited. What's your favorite road food? Had to say that carefully. Giggity. What's your favorite road food? Call in, let me know. Check it in with the comments. Here. We got Lutheran saying, oh, hey, Ken, a completely different topic. I asked you for some kind words the other week about me and my cousin. I don't know if you remember, but they found him, and I had to go identify the body. It's been rough last week, but I really do want to thank you for the kind words a while back. Lutheran, I do remember that. Very sorry to hear that. Hopefully there will be some kind of closure. And I think it's exemplary and courageous that you're putting it out there, which might help your recovery, might help you process it by saying, hey, this is what's happened to me, and I'm glad you're here with us here tonight. I wish this burden wasn't on you now. But I feel for you. I'm glad you're here. Let's get to some calls here, though I do have this. Scotty asks, how would Ken punch up this joke? I wouldn't do it. Well, you can't, that joke... You really have to explain it. The joke is in maybe learning that everything is racist. I don't know. Like, flip it. And actually, really lean into why you would consider Diet Mountain Dew to be racist. Why would they? But I don't believe in every hard, fast comedy rule. I think you can occasionally punch down. I think you can occasionally punch sideways. You can punch any direction. It's got to, number one, it's got to be funny. And 2, you got to ask yourself why you're doing it. Jokes do matter. Humor does matter. We talked about the Kyle Gass, Jack Black debacle last week, and we talked about it on Anytime with Ken Alden. I'm more on the side of Jack Black because I think words do matter. And Kyle Gass said something that was going to have repercussions. He said it knowing there was going to be repercussions. They almost got deported from a country because of it. They weren't in America. But it's an innocuous joke on many other levels. But anyways, so, Scotty, I just wouldn't do this one. I wouldn't do this one. But J.D. Vance is that type. They're locked in that culture war that that's all bottom barrel. It's all bottom barrel stuff. It's like the culture wars in the Star Wars discussion world. It's bottom barrel stuff. And it doesn't take a lot of thought to agree with it. Yeah, what? Why are them freeways racist? That's silly. And that's where it stops. You don't engage with the ideas anymore. And that joke requires you to not engage with any jokes. and any truth beyond that there. So that's how I'd approve it, Scotty. Just wouldn't write it. Just wouldn't do it. Veteran says that joke needs to be punched. There's no saving it. Let's get to some calls. Like I said, I am here till 5:55 tonight. And then also on my ASMR channel, I am premiering an episode tonight. So the episode's been recorded, but I'm going to be in the chat room live tonight. So if you're a fan of ASMR, jump over to Sports Card ASMR at 6 p.m. Pacific. And then I get in the gym, which is why tonight I didn't put on a fancy shirt tonight. Cal, this is what I work out in. All right, we got Brennan Marr on the show. He's been waiting there patiently.
Hey.
So, Brennan, what's on your mind tonight? Hit me with your question.
Well, you didn't mention Vance's opinions on The Last Jedi.
I didn't mention J.D. Vance's opinions on The Last Jedi. What
He
are
does.
they? I'm sure they're great. What are they?
Usual.
The usual. Not my Luke.
Like they didn't do the great. No, that's.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
No, you asked. Go ahead.
No. So that's it's the same bucket of perspectives. Diet Mountain Dew is racist, and they didn't do Luke right. Involves no more thinking. You can stop there, and you're going to win an argument with the lowest common denominator. You're going to win fans with it, I should say. And yeah, so that tracks. Brendan.
And I don't really want to hear a politician talk about Star Wars.
Unless they're talking about the actual truth in it, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's true.
What's on your mind tonight? What's your question?
I was thinking, speaking of Star Wars, that the Acolyte is somewhat of a media literacy litmus test.
Okay.
That, and I understand that not everyone likes it, and that's fine.
Sure. What's the question
But
on it?
some of the takes are not, it's a lack of media literacy.
Sure. The show itself, yeah.
I agree with that assessment.
I do agree with it, though. The one thing I'll say about the Acolyte is it left so many things unclear. It lacks some clarity that, and I think somewhat intentionally, that there's going to be a lot of takes on it. And I've learned in the last, I've learned in the last few days. I talked about on Force Center this week, so that's my place to have more Star Wars discussions. You all head over there. But Jennifer Landon and I had
some of the takes that we've heard.
Yeah, Jennifer Landon and I had a good follow-up question to her take on the show, which I initially didn't agree with, but I didn't just have to come to respect her opinion. I had to come to understand her perspective, and I got it. Same with Molly Damon, who had a great series of tweets I read on the show this week that really helped change my perspective on the show.
I had a friend of mine who says, why does Renestra frame soul?
Why does she what?
Frame soul. Even when she thinks she's a good guy.
I think, I'll tell you what,
I was tempted to, when my friend said that, I was tempted to
Gotcha.
give her a diatribe on why it makes sense. But
well, in short, why do you think it makes sense? Because I think I like Joseph Scrimshaw's take that she was kind of giving Ray and Court. And by the way, this is inside baseball for Star Wars fans or people who aren't Star Wars fans. So I apologize if we're going too deep in Star Wars, but I think she was giving Ray and Court a little bit what she wants while also trying to protect the Jedi Order, perhaps in a bad way. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, my interpretation is that she doesn't want that review.
Yeah, she doesn't want a consent decree from the government there.
And if Raincourt learns that there is a dark side assassin running around the galaxy that the Jedi couldn't stop, he's going to have a reason to doubt the Jedi and maybe put them under government control. And
sure.
You know that it would not be a fair review because Raincourt clearly hates the Jedi.
Yeah, he does. He does. He does. I appreciate as always your Star Wars thoughts, Brett. And it's a complicated show that's brought up a lot of great discussions, and that's why I love the
But
Acolyte a lot.
I,
I
I
love
love
I love what it brought to the table.
I loved you and Joseph doing the
Gotcha.
Rise of Skywalker commentary.
Yeah. That's available on our
Rise
Patreon
of
page.
Skywalker
Yeah.
is the
So
ultimate example of media literacy that some
yep.
people just did
Well,
not get.
it's hard. We're in a world where people think that a diet soda is a great punchline. So it's our fast food world we live in. I love fast food, but
But
it's media literacy, it's political literacy, it's social literacy, it's the social literacy is the people going to a movie theater and whipping out their phones during the event with a ring light to shoot reactions or whatever the hell you have.
yeah, and the thing I'll say real quick is just
Yeah.
I love that you, Joseph, and Jennifer are like media literacy is your thing.
Oh, I appreciate. Yeah, but even then it goes
And
different
I'm
ways.
glad.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm
Jennifer
glad.
Jennifer doesn't like Rise of Skywalker too much. We do, but we have to come to an agreement
Well,
on.
at least you're having pleasant conversation
Yeah, it's the key. It's communication.
because
Brennan,
some people are not.
we got a shorter show tonight, so I'm going to roll on. And I appreciate
that's all I
your
got.
Star Wars stuff. Next time, I want you to call in and talk about your favorite Journey live song. Okay.
Indeed, I will.
Bye, Brett and Moore. Swinging it here. I had this comment up from Jerry, the Cannon Junkie, for those on the podcast. Jerry says, just had some pasta and an edible, which I think is the devil's drugs, and I cannot comment on the bigotry of diet soda. I just want to know, of all the references he could have pulled in, like he could have gone to the free. I keep going to the freeway one because it's actually a discussion point that I actually won with my mother. Like I've talked to my mother about that. And she had that reaction too. Oh, what do you mean the freeways are racist? And then she came back to me. It's like, you know what? I watched a documentary on it, and you're right. Yeah, the practices of put into place when we built them through poor communities, and it's not just racist. Like I said, it's an economic battle. She's like, I get it. I understand what she meant. So I go to that one. JD Vance could have gone to that one at least. He would have been wrong. There we go. All right, we got some calls. I said I am going to 5:55 tonight. That ain't a lie because I got to get to another thing at 6, and then I got to get into the gym, and then I got to get down to San Diego early in the morning. If you got a question, you get to it. All right, shorter show tonight. Evan is on the phone. He has been waiting. Evan, major problems. How are you doing, buddy? What's your question?
Hey, Ken, I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
I am jazzed up on piss water. Diet piss water. The caffeine has hit me.
What's the deal with Diet Mountain Dew?
What's the deal? I don't know.
I think JD probably would have gotten a little bit like. I think his audience probably like Seinfeld or watched it 30 years ago. He probably would have hit the mark if he had just gone with a "What's the deal with Mountain Dew?"
What's the deal? His delivery. Look, when I have jokes that don't work, and I have them that every set something doesn't work. Other things do. I want to get to 100%, but I'll take 80% right now. It's the belief and the conviction in the words. And when JD Vance says they think everything's racist, probably like Diet Mountain Dew, he's expecting an applause break. He was expecting thunderous applause. Instead, he got, I guess he's right. I don't know, from even that crowd. So anyways,
we digress. But
we
Ken,
digress, Evan.
I wanted to chime in with my road snack because I hit the road often, and
yeah,
it's probably going to be an apple or a banana for me.
Wait a second, Evan. So for those just joining, I'm hitting the road tomorrow morning. Me and Joe Starr heading down to San Diego. I'm so excited because Joe Starr and I are going to hit a 7-Eleven right before we hit the freeway. I've like been up for nights wondering what I'm going to get. So I've asked you to call in and tell me what your favorite road food is. I do not have a problem, Evan. I want to be clear about this. Do not have a problem with you picking healthy snacks.
How do you drive and eat an apple, Ken? That's the real question, because I have my answer. I'm more concerned about yours now.
I look, man. I got skills with my mouth, Evan. I said it and I stand by it. So I could eat that apple without using my hands. All right, but it does. Look, I once tried to have a Subway sandwich on the 40 freeway, heading into Little Rock. You can't have a Subway sandwich while you're driving. It was one of the stupid mistakes in my life. Driving while eating Subway, that should be a ticket. That should be you should go to jail for it. Quite frankly,
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. But all right, tell me how. I get it. It's one hand. You're driving one. I get it. But what do? You got it. It gets a little sticky.
You kind of, it's with you're kind of like a change up with your thumb and middle finger around the equator, and you kind of just rotate it with your index finger.
Okay. Okay. Look, you're a man of skills. I'll give you that much. You know what to do with your fingers. Look at Evan, giggity, coming in hot tonight with his apple take. But what
I'm
about
a happily married man? That's all.
Well, clearly. There's a lot of happiness in the house. Rich T suggests you eat apple slices. That's what I would get the prepackaged apple slices or slice the apple at the gas pump.
Yeah, that's fair. And this is an admission. And again, I live in a wooded area for the most part, so there is no shame in rolling down the window and hucking that apple core as far as I can, like I'm playing center field for the Yankees.
No, that's great. It's like you're Bernie Williams. Look, but that's all right. That's all right. I think you can toss an apple with a good conscience. I think you're helping the environment. Or maybe some animal chokes on the apple rinds. But I think that's good. Evan, I think you're okay. I think I understand. The banana, you peel it. Once you peel it, you're just putting that thing in your mouth, and that's all right. That I get. That's no different than a candy bar.
All right. Well, Ken, we'll have to maybe go for a car ride ourselves and just see how we eat apples.
There you go. We'll have an apple off. We'll put it on tape. Evan there, call it and proving that proving that bananas are nature's candy bar. Scotty, who is a teacher of young souls. Scotty is a teacher of the future of this country. Says sunflower seeds, beef jerky, 44-ounce drink. Wow. Something gummy in texture. Pack of gum. There's a lot of things in here that I wouldn't be in my, let me just say, there are a lot of things that wouldn't be in my road pack. Sunflower seeds, beef jerky, I've moved on from it. Me and beef jerky have uncoupled consciously. But I respect what Scotty brought to the table right there. I really, that Scotty is a well thought out, tried and true thing. I could tell that you've had success with that pack. All right, that's how you do it. Call in. See, look at that. Brian Tiller says, been there, done that, eating Subway in the car, usually towing a trailer going camping. Even more dangerous. That's reckless. That's Johnny Dangerously right there. By the way, Brian Tiller, Sean Arnold, and myself, with a little help from Jonas Berggren, have a new song coming next week from the Moonagers. Get ready. Find us on bandcamp.themoonagers.com or go to Spotify and get ahead of it all. And we got a new song called This Life coming Monday. It's a sad tune because that's what we like. We like sad tunes. We're a bunch of sad boys in our advancing age. Yeah, Vermont Mike and I are on the same team. Beef jerky becomes an enemy of the digestive system after a certain age. There was a Slim Jim I had, picked it up at a gas station outside Oklahoma City, and it was a jalapeno tinged. Tinged isn't even the right word. It had jalapenos in it. It was a snap into it Slim Jim jalapeno version. The pain I felt once I got to Oklahoma City, unforgettable. Unforgettable. We'll never do that again. 8984M says this is another sad bastard song. Yeah, that's fair. New Moonagers indeed. Mike Fink is here. Mike Fink is ready for the Moonagers. We got to switch the lower third every time Mike Fink's leaves a comment. It reminds me to switch the lower third so we don't burn anything into his TV. We got a call from Cal coming in here. This is going to be great. Scotty says, I drove from Oregon all the way down the West Coast into Louisiana last summer. Had Norm Macdonald's audiobook going and drinking a Swedish fish energy drink. I got to try that. Scotty, where do you get that? Man, that's amazing. On the show right now, making his return to the show.
Maybe.
We don't know if his internet's going to work. We don't know if his sound's going to work. It sounds like he's in a wind tunnel right now. Kingsport Cal checking in from Tennessee. Kingsport Cal, what the hell's going on with your sound?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now.
Does it sound bad?
When you talk, it's fine. When you don't talk, it sounds like the teachers from the Peanuts gang are talking.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I got a new phone. I was hoping that would help.
Okay. Now you sound wonderful.
Okay, I'll turn the other fan off. See, Ken, I'm not a podcaster. I don't know how to do this.
This isn't a podcast. You're calling into a radio show.
Well,
this isn't a
whatever.
You're not having a conversation with me. You're asking a question.
I am asking a question. Okay. Oh, I did want to show you something really quick. That's fine. Just
You can't show me. Your face isn't on my screen.
Well, I have a beer here from Bays Mountain Brewing Company, which is located in downtown Kingsport, Tennessee.
I wish I could share the picture. I'm not going to share the picture.
No, it's fine.
All I see is your cigarette in the camera. I just see your cigarette.
You can't see me?
I see it down there. You got to be okay. Tell me more about this local brewery.
Well, it's a local brewery. They've been there for 2 years. It's downtown in Kingsport. This beer that I got, they sell crowlers. Now, crowlers are 16-ounce cans that they do in-house. They make it, they pressurize it, do whatever, all their self. This is the Kingsport Dragon. You don't have to show it. I'm just showing you.
Okay.
But this
I
is
see it. The Kingsport Dragon.
The crowlers. Yeah. I haven't had it yet. It's mango, which I'm not, I don't care about. Mango, something. They're all like German words. It's
mango German words. Okay.
Yeah, mango German words. I'm not even going to try to say them.
Yeah, I prefer you not try to. I don't want you saying German words on live TV.
You know what I mean? But it's a 5.8, and it's so I'll try it out. But anyway. But that's not my question. My question I already asked you. I just wanted to know if you could elaborate a little bit more on it.
Yeah.
I asked you, I think it was on Anytime Cross Promotion Plug.
Anytime with Ken and Alden.
Friday. Yeah, I asked you about if you ever had non-alcoholic beers. Now, as you know, I got the whole thing going on. I've been doing non-alcoholic lately. It's been working. I slice them in.
That's good.
And I use them. Because like I said, I gave you the car situation. So I use them. That helps a lot, because it tricks me. It's pretty good. And they make some good ones, Ken. You can get Sierra Nevadas, you can get Samuel Adams, you can get Heineken, you can get all kinds. I didn't know this. This world was closed to me. You see what I'm saying? Because it didn't have alcohol in it.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. The non-alcoholic beer world. It's kind of like when I went back to being a vegan. I had a 10-year-old view, a 2006 view on what being a vegan is, and then I got back in like 2020, and it was like, oh, they've improved the technology.
Yeah. You can get IPAs that are non-alcoholic. Samuel Adams makes a beer called Just the Haze. It's pretty good. It's a kind of like just a foam.
Well, Cal, we are all happy, and I still do not know what's going on. When you stop talking, it sounds like you're testing like an F-16 with Chuck Yeager or something like that.
Well, I'm
trying to break the sound barrier with William P. Knight.
I don't want to interrupt the flow of you and the quality of your thing. That's why I'm trying to find a way to improve it.
Okay, look, here's one thing you can download for your phone. There is a StreamYard guest app you can download for your phone, and then you could do it from your phone.
Okay, well, I'll check that out. I don't know, because I usually just hit the link that's in your...
You do it right. Something's different today. I don't know what to say. But Cal, the important thing is I hear you, and I hear your attempts to have some non-alcoholic beers. And I got to tell you something, buddy. If I was in front of you, I'd give you a big, hearty, warm hug of encouragement and respect.
Well, okay, sure, but it's not a I'm actually doing it, and
okay,
yeah, and it's working. But and I plan to keep doing it. But I do appreciate, of course, your words of encouragement being so worth.
Okay. Thank you, Cal.
Also, really quick, hand foods, man. Hand foods. When you're
Oh yeah,
driving,
tell me your
hot
hand food.
dog.
Tell me your road
No,
food.
you talking about driving? Talking about driving. Hot dogs, Subway sandwich. But if you're gonna do Subway sandwich, if you're gonna do a foot long, it's got to be in half. And if you're going,
Okay.
it's 6 inch or nothing. If you drop,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
mean,
that's even a feet.
Cal, I don't know the last time you had only 6 inches in your hand, but that feels good, right? It's a good grip, right?
I've always, yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Okay.
I'm not used to. You gotta have a. Well, if I'm going to get Subway sandwich, I'm going to get a foot long sandwich.
No, absolutely. No, I know you. I know you can handle a 12-incher. But I love it, Cal. But what's your food? What's your snack? You get a hot dog. You're driving. You're taking a road trip. What's your snack?
I don't usually take road trips, Ken, because I don't like to travel. But a car food, I would say beef jerky is essential. And
Okay.
I know I understand the stomach issues that could arise.
We're talking poopy.
But
Yeah, we're
first of
talking
all,
poopy. Okay.
yes, but first of all, do not get. I mean, you get a Slim Jim every now and then, just the original
Sure.
Slim Jim.
Just
Don't
to tempt
get
fate.
those- well, just originals.
No, I can't. No, yeah, no, I'm with you, Cal.
Crazy-
Occasionally, time out. Occasionally, I'll get a Slim Jim just to see if I'm alive. Yeah, I feel you.
just to snap into. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like Macho
Yep.
Man.
Yep. All right, Cal, take it home. I got 20 minutes. I got other calls to get to. I love you, brother.
I
Okay.
know. I'll see you, man. I'll see
All
you
right.
later. And as always, you give Grace a kiss for me and tell
No,
Mark Garrett I said hello.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that tonight. I want to have a good night's sleep.
absolutely
Okay. All right, Kingsport Cal, call it into the show. We love Kingsport Cal. Call into the show now, making his return. Last time we got to see his face, but I just don't know what
Because
his
my
mustache.
hair's not long. It's because my hair's not long.
I just don't know what your mustache is doing tonight. Scotty J. Rowe is on the show, teacher of the future of America. Scotty, love how you talk about this road food and how you got to this tried and true method.
Look, so I'll tell you this much. When I was going to college, which I started college, this is so sad. It'll be in 2 weeks from now, 10 years ago when I started college at a town that's about 45 minutes outside of Baton Rouge called Hammond, Louisiana.
Okay.
And I had a dorm there, but I had a job back in Baton Rouge. So what I would do is I would drive to Hammond every Sunday evening, stay there till about Friday morning, eat lunch on campus, then drive back and go to my job. That was a retail job on Saturday and Sunday. So I got very used to eating that, that little gluttonous, like, some beef jerky this time. You know what I mean? One time I smoked like 3 cigars because I was anxious, and that really didn't help. You know what I mean? Just first time doing that.
3 cigars and beef jerky. What a way to make a living. I think that's a country song. I think that's a Chris Stapleton tune.
That's right.
I love this. Everything about this is great. I respect your list there.
Well, it's building a habit. You know what I mean? And then now it's funny. I have an electric vehicle now. So like now I don't go to gas stations, whereas I used to all the time. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But you got to go to a convenience store. Yeah, no, I get it. It's like how the pandemic changed everyone's podcast habits. Let me ask you this question.
And it made some people podcasters too. Let's be real.
Yeah, it did, and watered down the market. Anyways, you have an EV. Were you forced to get an EV by the government? Is that how you got the car?
Not in Louisiana. Certainly not in Louisiana. But no, I bought one. I bought one in Oregon, dude, and I drove it. Who is this ass at next, Jerry? I bought one in Oregon for one of my good friends, and I drove it from Oregon all the way through LA. I remember sending you an email, but we were going to different John Williams shows.
Yeah,
and then
we were.
I drove after that. I spent 11 days driving by choice. Everyone's like, "Man, it must take forever to charge," but that was certainly not the case.
No. 11 days on the road. Like, Mark Ellis and I are going to Little Rock August 7th through 10th for some shows.
Oh, wow.
And, we're worried about the airlines. There's, a lot of kerfuffles going on at the airlines. Delta, I think people are now living at Delta terminals. And Mark and I joked, but it was that serious, you and Jerry, the Cannon Junkie, you do those jokes, but then there's that pause where you're like, wait, is this real? Are we doing this?
Yes.
We talked about getting a car and driving cross country to our gigs in Little Rock. Like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think it's going to happen, but I could live that dream one day.
I'm looking that up right now. Hold on. I'm going to do LA to oh my God. That would be forever, Ken.
Yeah, it would take about 3.5, 4 days. Like I used that Tennessee drive was 3.5 days. Now Jerry the Cannon Junkie brought this. Yeah, you were the one, Scotty said, the Swedish Fish energy drinks, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jerry says Swedish Fish energy drinks available at your local Waffle House bathrooms. Can you confirm or deny this?
I can deny it, but I can also guarantee that you can find joints and stuff, and maybe some other illegal substances in a Waffle House bathroom. So to walk, Ken, if you're thinking about walking, it's 613 hours, but it is a 25-hour drive from where you're located.
25. That's easy. 25-hour drive. That's 2 12-hour days. I'm gonna tell Mark we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I know where to stop. I know right there. Gallup, New Mexico is the first place. First place you should hit, and then maybe. Well, by the time you get into Arkansas, so you might be stopping in. You could stop. Oklahoma City, maybe, but even then, you might pass those. You might have to stop in new cities.
Amarillo, you go to Amarillo, Texas, as well. It looks like
Amarillo's on the way. The 40, Fort Smith, I think Arkansas is there, and Van Buren, Arkansas.
Yep. Look at you. How do you know all this?
Because I drove. I drove cross country twice to Johnson City, Tennessee, on the 40.
Wow. Why is that?
My girlfriend at the time was getting her master's in geology and paleontology at East Tennessee State University.
Oh, that's incredible, man! You're a committed guy. That's incredible.
Well, not so much. It ended up breaking us up. But I had to Scotty. I had to chase my comedy dreams in L.A. I couldn't chase them in East Tennessee.
No,
Scotty. Thanks for calling in. I want to do more time, but I got some calls, and I got about 12 minutes left in the show. Let's do it again. And
stay Bombad, Ken.
Yeah, no, stay Bombad. And look, I want to talk to you. I'm going to have you and Jerry on. I have an idea. I'm cooking to have both of you on something soon, okay?
I'd be honored. Love you, Ken. Talk to you later, brother.
Love you, Scotty. Keep teaching those kids. Rolling through the calls. I got about 10 minutes left here. We got a burgeoning stand-up comic here on the show. Hillbilly Scribs. Jeff Saunders checking in. Jeffrey, how are you doing? What's your thoughts? What's your question?
I'm doing great, man. You said that, and I started looking around. Who is he talking about?
You're going to do that open mic. I got text proof that you're going to do this.
This is true. And I'm so stoked. I'm so excited about that. I've spent like I don't know, like every waking minute in my car commuting back and forth from work and back home, just like saying the jokes over and over again, tearing them down, putting them back together, getting them really, really nice and pretty.
Look, here's the thing. One bit of advice I'll tell you. Get those words right, get them down, and then forget them. Forget that they're in your head, forget how to say them, and just go do them.
That's what I call a Tuesday.
Yep, that's Tuesday. Just go do them. That's a Tuesday. And if the words aren't working, and this took me a long time to get. I got to be honest, it took me 20 years to get. Mm-hmm. If they're not working, ditch them. Because the audience knows. The audience knows. But you're doing the groundwork, Jeffrey. You're writing the words, you're getting them down, and that's the thing to do.
Yeah, and doing a lot of research. I've been trying to go watch a lot of comics, see what works, see what doesn't work, and it's been a blast.
I love your pictures. I want to get out to that club. And what is it? East Braunfels?
New Braunfels.
East Tennessee, New Braunfels. It's a new, old, east, west. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's a town. There's an east side somewhere, probably on the east side.
Yep. I love it. Roger says on a road trip to Arkansas, be careful, don't take a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, you're on the 40, and then you hit I think the 25 intersects the 40, and you have to go down the 25 to hit a great Sonic Burger. Get back on that 40, get out of town. Jeff, thank you for calling in. I'm rolling through the calls kind of quickly tonight, but tell them soon. You got your podcast coming back, yeah?
I do. Mr. Saunders Sandbox. It's going to start coming out next month on the Feeding the Monster podcast feed. And I got to figure out how to get it out everywhere because Anchor isn't Anchor anymore. Anchor is now Spotify for podcasts. Yes.
Yeah,
it'll be on Spotify. I just got to figure out how to get it on the other places. But yeah, I've already recorded a couple of episodes, so they're all
Love
queued up and will be dropping next month, and it's good
Love
stuff. I took a couple years off. A lot of stuff in the past was coming from kind of a dark place, and it was my way to kind of cover that up and self-therapy myself. This new stuff is coming from a very positive place.
Love
Different
it.
vibe. It's good stuff.
I love it. I feel that, Jeff. I'm looking forward to it. And I'll talk to you off air another time offline about how to get Spotify for podcasters. Still probably okay, but we'll get to all those nuts and bolts. All right, buddy.
Sounds good. Kill it this week.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Scotty J-Ro asks in chat, what's on your road trip playlist? Everything. I don't have one specific playlist. I just bring it all. But I do want to talk about this band that I'm absolutely in love with right now. It is they've been around for about a year, to be clear. Over there in the UK, as Abigail, the lead singer. This is The Last Dinner Party. This is perhaps my new favorite band right now. I love everything about this band. They're doing something unique yet full of wonderful influences from rock and pop's past. So talking about music, this is on my mind. This was actually recommended by Alton Diaz, and I gotta tell you, I hate when Alton has good ideas. I hate when he has good ideas, but it wasn't his entirely. I think Charlie Ashby told him about this wonderful band. So check it out. I highly recommend The Last Dinner Party if you've not gotten on board with them already. In my promo for the show, I was going to complain a little bit. I had a good beard going. I had a really good beard going, and it was shaped nicely, like a 3 into a 4 into like a 6, and I was looking great. And I have a great beard trimmer. It's the best beard trimmer I've ever owned, and I hit it at a wrong angle. And this was supposed to be like a 5.5. It went down to like a 3 or so on the beard. And now I got to fix it because now it looks like I don't have a beard. It's disgusting. And now I can't. I'm not going to look good on stage tomorrow night. I don't know what to do. All right. We're going to go to Steve right now. He's hitting this call correctly. He has a quick top 5 hand foods while driving. Steve, welcome to the show. What you got, buddy?
Ken, thanks so much. First time, long time.
Yes,
Quick
yes.
top 5 hand foods. Number 5, apple is my fruit of choice, but apple,
Really?
hand apple. Yep, got to go healthy sometimes.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, we forgot the horn. Okay, there we go. All right. Number 4, jelly beans.
Love it.
Number three, peanut M&Ms.
Got it. Love it. This is great. Number 2.
Number 2 is a wild card. Bear with me. Necco wafers.
All right, here's
Little
some booze for
sugar
you, Gusto.
sugar wafers. You have any idea what I'm talking about?
Boo!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Boo!
It's straight sugar for when you are just absolutely like tired. You're about to go off the road. Like you just need it's just sugar. You're just eating sugar.
This is your list, so it's not wrong,
It is mine.
Steve. It's not wrong. I know what they are. They are just powdery sugar in disc form, and I can't. My mouth gets chalky thinking about it. But if it works for you and keeps you in the lines, then that's what I'm there for.
The only context I'll eat those is if I'm driving and I feel like I'm falling asleep. They're Tums without the antacid benefits, basically. So anyway, all right.
That's exactly what they are.
Number 1, best hand food while driving, fast food, French fries, whatever your fast
Yes.
food venue of choice is. We're not going to argue
Yes.
about that one again, but that's the number 1 thing. Bonus if you're driving in the dark, because then you eat every fry in the box just without bias. It just tastes better. I don't know why, but
Yeah, and
That's
Steve, you're so right, because if you're driving in the dark, all you need to do is reach your hand. You don't even need to see. You just feel those French fries, and they're in your hand. Love it. Love it.
thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Have a good night.
Steve. Folks, that's how you do it. That's how you do a call. He is a Sports Talk Radio veteran, I can tell right there. 8984M. We got about 5 minutes left of the show. Brady, you're on. What's your question? What's your food? Tell us.
Hello. Okay, I'll be quick. I just want to say, like, the past 3 weeks, I don't know, it felt like a movie in really slow motion.
It's surreal.
And the ending, I feel like, just happened, and I don't know that.
But it's the ending of the second movie, and we're starting the third movie right here, right now.
Yeah. And I don't know. Aaron Sorkin is, I guess, is a script writer for real life right now.
yeah, Sorkin. We're all walking and talking in Sorkin's world. I agree with you. But Brady, you're here 8984M. Sit with us. If you're on the road, I want to know, what are you eating? What do you put in your hands?
This is like the most Chinese answer. It's just sunflower seeds with the shells on. This is
Yes.
something about cracking open the sunflower shells in your mouth and just eating it. I don't know.
I don't mind sunflower seeds, and I often just eat the shells. I don't know if that's healthy. Maybe that's why I have stomach problems.
You can eat the shells?
I'm not saying it's a good idea, Brady. I'm not. It's like I eat the kernels, the unpopped kernels at the bottom of your popcorn bag. I eat those occasionally too.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I'm okay, everybody. But I had this entire thing of Diet Mountain Dew, and I'm getting chest pains.
Oh no! Just pour it out, man.
Not even lying. I started getting a chest pain.
No.
And Jerry's drinking a hard Mountain Dew in protest. Literally getting like heart palpitations. Oh my God! This dude. You know what? We should avoid this for a lot of reasons. It's not racist, number one, but unless it is, then JD Vance maybe has a joke. But I just. Wow, that hurts. All right. Brady, thanks for the call.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. All right, folks. Brady, thank you, Colin. Again, we love hearing from you. All right, buddy?
All right, yeah. And drink some water, man.
I will. I'm concerned. I got to go eat some real food. All right, final call of the night. Returning to the show. We love hearing from him here. Jake Yakoveta, Yakovizzle. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? I just want to say I really appreciated the story that you put on Instagram, where it was like if you're in LA, you're not a fucking screenwriter. Like, no, you're not.
Thank you. It's my bit. It's an old bit. I have an updated version of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's true. It's and I want everyone to chase their dreams.
No, I just loved it, man.
I appreciate that, Jake. I'm going to start putting more stand-up clips on. I don't put a lot of my clips on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube because I just hate myself, Jake. I just hate myself. So if I get a tape of my stand-up, I'll go, ooh, I'm going to post some stuff. And then I'll watch it and I'll say, well, I'm a shit person, so I can't post them. But I've got to push past that, Jake. Okay, you're going to help me push past that.
Bro, I went to Flappers to see you. I paid money to see you.
You did, and I feel as though I owe you some of that money back. I'm a better comic than even when you saw me, Jake. I have become in 2024 more of the comic that I want to be. So I'm getting my confidence, but I still think I'm just shit. Every time I look in the mirror, Jake, I'm like, I owe Jake $2 at least.
Nah, brother. You have always killed it.
Thank you.
Every time I've seen you. I love you,
well,
man.
Jake, I love you, Jake.
I know you're trying to get out of here.
Yep, I'm wrapping this in 2 minutes, but I'm not going to let you go, Jake, until I know what's the snack food you grab to eat in your car on a road trip.
Beef jerky.
Beef jerky coming in hot tonight. People love beef. I'm excited for this. Maybe I'll get back to beef jerky. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Me and Joe Star, and maybe I'll be barfing and
Sour Patch Kids too.
Oh, I do love some watermelon Sour Patch Kids. You're winning there.
I mean,
Jake, I love it. You're wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
I love you, dude. Have a good night.
As Ringo would say, peace and love. All right, Jake Yakoveta calling a Yakovizzle there. We are out of here. As I said, I'm going over to my Sports Card ASMR channel. If you're a fan of ASMR and you haven't subscribed to it, please do. I'm very close to getting 1,000 subs and monetizing the channel fully. We're going to do a premiere event tonight at 6 o'clock. I got to be over there and chat for that, so I want to handle some housekeeping on the way out. We've been saying if you're in San Diego, get to the show. Mark Ellis Live and Fred's. Going to be a great show. I also want to highlight August 16th. I will be on Joseph Scrimshaw's Horror Years Old comedy variety show. If you're in LA, get tickets to see it live, but also you can watch it live streamed directly to your eyeballs, featuring Joseph, who is just a genius level performer. If you've never seen him do comedy before or any of his one-man shows, you're going to be blown away by how great he is. If you've just known him from Force Center, Laser the Boy, me, Audrey Kearns, and the wonderful Hal Lublin, or as Ken Plume calls him, Hal Lublin. I'm kidding. Also, on my Patreon page, speaking of comedy, Friday, I'm going to be releasing my headlining set from my Hot Burbank Nights show. 38 minutes of comedy exclusive to you on Patreon. Go support at patreon.com/Cadnapsock to get that there. Go to my website, check out my shop. I'm still trying to sell that CM Punk Funko Pop, but enough about that. All right, everybody, we are out of here for this week. Love it all. Love you. Thanks for the calls. We'll do this again. Bye.